Mr. President.
Senator from North Dakota.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to do what I do so well and so often and agree with John Hoeven. How's that? I won't bore you with a lot of the same information, but he did set up, I think, John, you set up a perfect opportunity to dig into the dynasty a little bit. When you went through every year, remember, we've been in Congress every year that they won one of these FCS championships. That somebody reminded me of that yesterday. And so we've given a lot of these speeches, I mean, several of them in the House. But Webster says that a dynasty is a succession of rulers of the same line of descent. A succession of rulers of the same line of descent. So when Senator Hoeven went through the names of those coaches in these last 14 years, they're in the line of descent. Craig Bohl, who went to Wyoming from NDSU, was the coach when NDSU became eligible for the FCS Championship Series. And just to put a little bit more meat on that, NDSU was a Division II, NCAA Division II powerhouse for years, winning several national championships. They switched over to Division I, and then became eligible. They didn't become eligible to even be in the tournament until 2008. So just imagine that. They were basically the junior varsity until 2008 when they became eligible for the playoffs. And in 2010, they got to the quarterfinals. So we got these 10 championships, but let's not forget, and one of the other 4 years that they didn't win the national championship, they were in the quarterfinals. 2 other years of those 4, they were in the semifinals. And the other year, they were the runner-up. So they're, what are they? They're 9-0 in Frisco. 9-0. No wonder we like Fargo South. I might also point to this little tidbit, and maybe the NCAA is doing this to us on purpose. Next year's game, next couple of years, are going to be in Nashville. Yeah. So Marcia and Bill are going to have to host us. But anyway, we'll wait for that to happen. So 10 championships since 2011. That is a dynasty. Everybody's using the word dynasty. ESPN was using the word dynasty. You can't help but use the word dynasty. Now, I think, Senator Hoeven, you're correct to compliment the Bobcats. My gosh. I mean, the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Tommy Mellott from Montana State and Cam Miller from NDSU, played each other in this same game when they were freshmen. Both of them started for their respective teams when they were freshmen. And NDSU prevailed in that game as well. But what a program and what a great group of guys that created. But one of the things I wanted to throw out there is, by the way, this poster, this is what I texted to President Trump about 30 seconds after the game. NDSU posted this image on their X or their Twitter feed. So I forwarded it to President Trump and said, "Does this mean we get to come to the White House?" He said, "Yes," with exclamation mark. He was ready. He loves the program. He loves the program. But NDSU is a really good football program, the best football program, but there are a lot more. I mean, NDSU is a research institution. It's a land-grant university, and John and I and anybody in the ag country knows how valuable, how important they are to our economy, to our farmers, the research that they do. They are an R1 research university, one of the top 100 research universities in the United States, about 12,000 students, about 100 majors, of course, graduate programs and doctoral programs, all kinds of opportunities for young men and women who are looking for an education and a fun place to get one. So we're just so proud of North Dakota State University. We're proud of all of our universities, our private ones, our public ones. I mean, they stand out in so many ways. But this is NDSU's day, and we're just honored to be able to celebrate with them in this sort of special way, and look forward to going to Nashville about a year from now and watching another one, John. I know John. He's a little more. He doesn't like to set the bar too high and get disappointed, but we're almost never disappointed. So I'm getting my tickets for Nashville. With that, I yield.
And just a final comment, we should get in here just so that folks can see our ties, don't you think? Because I really want to commend you on your outstanding choice of the green and yellow NDSU North Dakota State University tie. and I have the wheat version of the tie, Mr. President. And I know, in Nebraska, you understand how important agriculture is. So we're proud of our school for our football teams, but also because it's one of the leading schools of agriculture in the country and for so many other reasons as well.
If I might reclaim a moment, I think there are 2 Montana senators that should be wearing these ties personally. But anyway, we'll find them later. I yield for good.
Thank you, Mr. President. We yield the floor.